What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about MoonBeam today. Glimer, GLMR, USDT on Binance. This one comes to us at the request of Mr. Cosmicala, Danny Cosmala himself. We are looking at this thing on the weekly on Binance. You can see that it's a very small chart, not a whole lot of historical data, and you know what's nice about this is it's got a lot of volume here. A lot of volume coming off the all-time lows, bullish engulfing candle, beautiful to see. There's interest. Good look. From a technical perspective, this to me would mean promising things to the upside. Likely you would see new all-time highs. But I was looking a little bit more into this thing, and I have some reservations. First off, before we get into that, I want to do the TA because that's my specialty. I'm not in the specialty of reservations. I'm in the specialty of TA. That's what I like to do. Looking at this thing, you know, it looks like you're in a bullish pennant. I actually have it brought up here on Thomas Bulkowski's website here, the patternsite.com. You go to patterns, you find pennants, and it'll talk about it here. These are more like wedges. But let's see. He's got, yeah, that's a pennant. That's a pennant there. And his example that he even gives, it's not what he says it is, right? Like he says here, looks like a short symmetrical triangle. Well, that's what that is there. And generally, a bullish pennant, you would think it would go up, but they're pretty indifferent. They're pretty neutral patterns, so it could come down. It is possible, and they don't. Apparently, according to Thomas Bulkowski, where is it? Upward 57% of the time. Hey, look at that. So about half, or close to half, but where is it? I was reading something that said that they only reach their target a very small amount of time. I don't know. Percentage meeting price target for up or down breakouts, 35 to 32%. So a third of the time does it actually reach its target. Its target, by the way, if we were to measure this move from where it started to where it ended here, and we put it at the point of breakout, because that's what you would do, right? Something like that. You know, that's a 62% move all the way up. We're at 23 cents now. That put you at about 38 cents. You have a third of it. You have about 30-something% chance to reach that, which means you have a far greater chance that you don't reach that. You might break up and then roll over from there. Maybe you break down and then roll up from there. To be fair, right now it looks kind of neutral, like it hasn't broken out. But if you fine-tune this, you look at it on the 1 hour. We take a line here and we put it along this low here. I think that we have broken out of it, and I think we have broken out bearishly, which shouldn't scare you too much. Okay, after a big move like this, there's probably some people, if they've had their eyes on it or they've read the news on it or whatever, all the recent hype, they might feel like they're missing out, but really take solace in this, knowing that it probably comes down, and then take solace in this little statistic saying that it probably won't meet its measure move, which if we put that measure move instead of to the upside, we put it to the downside. Come on now. To the downside. That would give you new all-time lows. And to be fair, that kind of target isn't totally out of line. If we were to take this low here to this high, that kind of comes right in line with this 1272 down there. But again, you have like something like a 60 over a 2/3 likelihood that you won't actually achieve that price. So you could come down to your sweet spot at the 618 around like 19.5, maybe 18.8 cents, somewhere around there, and find a bounce there, again, because it's more likely not to complete its measure move than it is to complete it. So maybe you do that, and then you reverse from there. You form an overall like higher low, and then continue from there. Again, you know, on the 4 hour it looks kind of neutral, but on the 1 hour I think it's more obvious that you are breaking out of this to the downside. You do have a bullish or a bearish engulfing candle here. I do think it comes lower. That's my immediate kind of take on this. Overall, maybe it looks more bullish. Maybe it does actually go up. Very nice volume. Very, very high amounts of volume for sure. But now that we've done the TA, aspect on this thing, I want to say a little bit of a disclaimer, a little bit of a warning for this thing. I'm not so sure it's worth putting money into. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. MoonBeam devs or whoever you are that made this or contributed to this, I'm not trying to belittle your work, but I have questions. I have questions that I couldn't find answers for, right? We're on CoinGecko here. I go to tokenomics. Tokenomics data is unavailable for this coin. I hate seeing that, so I'm like, okay, well, fine, let's look it up ourselves. So here I am on MoonBeam Network /tokens, and Glimer is the utility token of MoonBeam, blah, blah, blah. First off, I want to say we're in 2023. Okay. Anyone who makes a crypto, first off, we go to MoonBeam, we go to the actual, like, look at this website, right? They took their time to make their website. The people here, they have some sort of sophistication. This is I've seen coins that are very legit and they don't have as sophisticated looking websites as this. And it's, it's got the little fun animation here. You've got all the little, like, it's nice and written out. Fully Ethereum compatible environment, blah blah blah. It doesn't, let's see, if we're scrolling down, you can stake on it. There's governance, transaction fees, whatever, smart contract execution, but there's nothing at all about the tokenomics. You got partners, whatever, cool, okay. There's nothing about the tokenomics. Like I was saying, we're in 2023. Everybody in crypto knows that. We want to see the tokenomics. I want to know, if I'm investing in this thing, how much of it's locked up for the founders, how much of it was distributed fairly and not inside distribution, what was the price that people scooped this thing up at? And for it being a market cap of 173 million, fully diluted 250 million, maximum supply, it leaves me with questions like, what are the tokenomics? And you just can't find that here. You go to tokens, okay, cool, and you see Glimer and Moonriver, whatever, we're talking about Glimer. MoonBeam, it's MoonBeam Network's utility token, Glimer. It's the utility token on the MoonBeam network. MoonBeam's primary deployment on the Polkadot network that serves as a developer-friendly parachain. It's a developer-friendly parachain. MoonBeam completed its launch in January 2022. Okay, cool. More on Glimer. If we go to more on Glimer, all it does is it tells you like these little like fun little, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it starts with an S, doesn't it? It's, oh man, what is it? Specs. It's the specs, kind of, but not really, right? Annual inflation rate, 5% uncapped supply. Okay, 5% uncapped supply. Transaction fees, 80% is burned, 20% to the treasury. So whenever you do a transaction, the 100% of the fee, 80% of it's burned, 20% of it goes to the treasury. But it inflates at a 5% rate. This is kind of a little bit of tokenomics, to be fair, but not enough. I guess I kind of like this. I actually didn't see this before. I didn't actually look into it, but to me, it's still not really enough to know like how things are allocated. And maybe that doesn't matter. Again, I'm not a fundamental guy. I'm a technical guy, and the chart to me overall, this looks like a very bullish volume kind of buy signal at the all-time lows here. But it's 2023. You guys know that we want to see the tokenomics. You know that like I have never seen a legitimate coin not have its tokenomics be completely transparent. I've seen a lot of coins that had a lot of trust in them that were supposed to be the next big thing, and they ended up just fizzling out or having rug pulls. And guess what they all had in common? They were not transparent about their tokenomics. They weren't. Does that mean you can't make money on this thing, that you can't like participate in the ecosystem and like make money? That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. But like really, if you look into this at all, like all it's going to tell you is like how to participate, how to get your money involved in this thing, but it's not going to tell you like what the tokenomics are, like how it originated, what was allocated in the beginning days of this. Like it's kind of suspicious to me. I don't know. I don't like seeing stuff like that, and I don't care how nice your website looks, MoonBeam. I have questions. Make my questions go away. If there's anyone who's like a developer or someone that knows more, please answer. Give me some answers in the comments area. But honestly, it's like voting. Okay, you want me to vote? Let me guess. I have to have MoonBeam to vote. Here, buy some MoonBeam, and then you can start voting. Voting on what? Some coin that like people don't really probably care about. Look, oh, all these good things. Like that, who knows if they're bots or whatever. I don't know. The site will help boost transparency by displaying delegate contribution to indicate, but contribution to what? To the value of it? You want me to just contribute by putting my, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't know. Again, I'm more of a technical guy, not a fundamental guy, but I do know enough to know that if I cannot find the tokenomics, that's suspicious. Like it is 2023. Everybody knows that like if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to hide. If you're not going to show your tokenomics, that kind of means you have something to hide, right? Something that you're not proud of. You don't want the public to know. It could hurt your potential for growth, maybe. If not, why no transparency? That's my question. So, chart, as far as the chart goes, guys, I think it goes down in the short term. I wouldn't buy here. I think it goes down, maybe not lower than this low, but it forms a higher low overall on the daily. But I'm staying away from it. That's my personal recommendation, personal opinion on it. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take this as financial advice. Watch it do well. Watch it have a multi-100x in the coming bull market. It can do it without me. I'm not putting my money in this thing until they reveal themselves. That's basically it. That's all it would take. You know. Instead of telling me how to put my money in here, tell me what it is that I'm putting my money into. Tell me where, like, who's got the tokens? Where are these? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Where are these? Basically, 300 million tokens that are unaccounted for, and then we have more inflating. Like, how does this all? How does it all work? Like, and maybe I'm missing something. Again, maybe I'm ignorant. I take full. I can raise my hand and say, full responsibility for that, but it doesn't make sense to me. And whenever it doesn't make sense to me, it's really easy. Just tell me your tokenomics. Really, that's all it is. I can make sense of that. I can't make sense of this. So, anyways, before I keep repeating myself, probably down in the short term, forms a higher low, and then it goes up. I'm staying away. Take care. Bye-bye.